This is a response video to Inventor Gorilla on his Disposable Gorilla channel. His video was called Drama Hashtag Atheist Hypocrisy. And I guess I just wanted to say that the sentiment of that video is very right. We have things that happen no matter what our community is, and we don't speak out loud enough. And in response to learning what we did about that particular YouTuber, I went through my channel and I privated 4 different videos where his channel name was in the title of them, and I don't know if I mentioned him or gave him a shout out on the side in any other video that I did, but if I find it, then I'll be quick to retract it, because that is some heinous bullshit going on there. And I found out when Inventor Gorilla found out, when D. Landon Cole said, "Oh, by the way, you people giving him a shout out, he's not coming back because he's in jail." And that's a strange way to find something out like that, because this was a person that was very connected to the atheist community on YouTube, more than most, and had met people in person. He was in so many different blog TV broadcasts that I put out. His name is right there on the side, in the chat room, and I want to pull them all, and yeah, it is the right thing for people to distance themselves, and it's going to take a lot for this person to become completely shunned on YouTube. You just, do a search for his channel name and you don't find any of his videos. They're all privated, but you'll find a whole bunch of shout outs and collab videos that he's in. So it's going to take a while before all of the shunning that Inventor Gorilla would want to see happens. And I'll even join in on Inventor Gorilla's paranoia about people knowing about it and not saying anything. I feel that's a likely thing that happened. And not just because it's a human nature thing and it parallels what happens in churches that have abuse scandals, or the Duggar family or whatnot. He's incarcerated, and we can see when his last post on Google Plus was. Probably coincided with an arrest, and then there was, a little bit of court proceeding, and then he was sentenced, and then you can see all of that online with records. And somehow, last week is what his YouTube channel is saying was the last activity on his YouTube channel. And it seems like if somebody was cleaning up his YouTube channel, or doing him a favor of privating all his stuff and checking on his channel or whatnot, it seems like maybe that person would be YouTube savvy, which lends credence to Inventor Gorilla's thought that people in our community knew about this and didn't spread the word. And yeah, I don't hate on them for not spreading it though. They might have had their reasons, and one good reason is just the pain of it. You know, this is someone who one of those videos that I just privated was my 250 subscriber celebration, right? And one of my earliest subscribers was Tattoo Skin 72, and I don't even know if I should go purge some comments off of some of my videos, you know. But that celebration video, I was giving him a shout out back in it. So yeah, but I don't know that the people who are giving it shout outs for him to come back knew that seems to be something that no one would have the balls to do, seeing as there's so many other YouTubers that had great content that you could you know ask for them to come back to YouTube. Um, but I do agree with the sentiment, the basic sentiment that even in the atheist community, if something that bad happens, there will be a pressure to put a hush on it. Um, I'd say the backlash about Elevator Gate is one thing about it. Like whenever anything gets a little bit of attention like that, there's a backlash. Like, hey, that's not needed here, you know. Um, and I was probably one of them. Um, PZ Myers, not a guy that I appreciate that much, but he recently came under fire for making allegations about another person in the community who I won't even say in the same video because of the litigious nature of some people. And I'll just say that prior to PZ Myers' involvement, I was privy to certain proclivities of certain people, and I believe it. Like, I have other corroborating stories that I've gotten from all of the conventions and meetings that I've gone to and filmed. There's been you know cliques that hang out at hotels and in restaurants, and from what I gathered prior to PZ Myers saying one word or posting anything on his blogs, I I would have believed it from anyone saying it. Okay? So why did I not shout it from the top of my lungs when I heard it then from multiple sources? Um, Maybe it had to do with me not being close enough to the primary source of the information, and maybe it had to do with me not wanting to shit all over movement atheism while I'm at a conference for it and being given uh, press passes and shit to film, and you know I wasn't there to do a gotcha ponage thing, and I wasn't there to insert myself in somebody else's drama, you know. But, whatever the reason was, no, I did not shout it from the top of my lungs. There's another uh, lesser known, I guess, in our YouTube circles, drama between Ben Radford and Karen Stolzno. And Ben Radford's from CFI in New Mexico, and there's been a lot of. You can just Google it all, but I'll say that if you're a longtime viewer of my channel, you'll know that my channel had a DMCA once, and the people that I filmed at that Skeptic camp were Brian and Baxter, and Baxter of Brian and Baxter is Karen Stolzno's husband, and so I have some, connection to some of the people in this drama, so I know a couple of things that other people don't know, and I'm not airing out other people's dirty laundry, and even though I know things, there are like public signed statements saying, this is all done, whatnot, that, I'm not going to go against whatever their wishes are with that shit and say, no, let me tell you how it really is, So yeah, there are parallels between what goes on in other communities and what goes on with the Catholic Church and other church scandals and the Duggar family and whatnot. There's hush-ups everywhere. Everywhere. And I guess I don't even want to yell about Tattoo Skin 72 even now, because I don't know everything about that case, and it's kind of personal that I just had to go and purge him from my YouTube channel, you know, because there's nothing that I can think of that falls under, the realm of what laws he was convicted of that I can think that I want to be a part of. I want to distance myself from it, but still, it's hard to believe that someone would do something like that. And I don't even know exactly what that is, but I know it is generally, and I don't even know if I want to know more details.